for tuning in to this edition of Haunted Headlines. Since there were a lot of stories about Halloween 2018 shows and events, I'm calling this the Gearing Up for Halloween edition. Maybe I should start gearing up too. Hold tight, give me a sec to get a little bit more in the spirit of things. That's better. Okay, before we get to the headlines, just a quick reminder that these are the best of the best from those curated for the week ending August 24th. To read them all, jaunt on over to hauntjaunts.net. You'll find them under the news category. Okay, now we're ready to get started. Let's kick things off with an update about a story from a couple of weeks ago. Remember these yodel heads? They were the ding-dongs that took the hunting part of ghost hunting literally and brought airsoft guns to a location they broke into to investigate. Well, on August 17th, KSCJ reported that the paranormal hunters plead guilty to trespass at KSCJ transmitter. Too bad it's not a punishable offense to be a bonehead. Wait, maybe that's a good thing. I would be a regular repeat offender. And there would go my squeaky clean record. Or maybe it would inspire me to clean up my act. Don't do the time if you can't do the crime. Because I know that my partner in crime, speaking of crime, Skelly, would not be bailing me out. Moving on to August 20th, Forbes reported that the Horrors of Bloomhouse returns to terrify at Halloween Horror Nights. The Horrors of Bloomhouse will make an encore performance at this year's Halloween Horror Nights with all new mazes at both Universal Studios Hollywood and Universal Orlando Resort. It will bring leading producer of horror Jason Blum's blockbusters to life in intense and immersive experiences. And while I'm on the topic of Halloween haunted attractions, I'll skip ahead a bit to Travel Pulse's story on August 23rd. Terror Behind the Walls at Eastern State Penitentiary, I don't know how to say that, announces 2018 season. Terror Behind the Walls, consistently ranked among the top haunted attractions in the nation, is located inside the massive castle-like walls of Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia. To celebrate its 2018 season of scares, Terror Behind the Walls unveils a newly revamped attraction, Infirmary. Check into that at your own risk. You might not check back out. Speaking of back, let's skip backwards a bit, which, if you haven't tried that in a while, is easier said than done, so I'm glad I'm only figuratively doing that and not trying to demonstrate it for you. Anyway, on August 21st, the Salem News, not the one in Massachusetts you may be thinking of, it's a Salem in Missouri. Anyway, they reported, Paranormal Highway, Salem, Rolla, hotspot for Bigfoot UFO sightings, investigator claims. According to the article, Highway 72 stretches like a ribbon of asphalt across 25 miles of hard earth between Salem and Rolla. For years, it's been Missouri's gateway to the Ozarks, splendor. But alert travelers may find it's also a portal to some of the state's most frequent sightings of paranormal phenomenon. So keep your eyes peeled if you ever find yourself jaunting in that part of the country. August 22nd saw the start of multiple outlets reporting another big story that's the focus of this Gearing Up for Halloween edition. It's about how Ghostober is coming to Travel Channel. Travel Channel promises viewers a spooky Ghostober with ghost adventures locking down the anchor spot. Creepy thrills await this Halloween season as Ghostober, a cauldron of spooky, creepy, and terrifying programming, takes viewers on a spine-tingling journey across America. The excitement begins on Saturday, October 6th with a four-part, four-week-long Ghost Adventures miniseries that takes the popular paranormal investigation team to the graveyard of the Pacific. New shows, Haunted Live and Scariest Night of My Life, along with Monster Hunt and Most Terrifying Places in America, will also be part of the spook-filled programming. Skelly can't wait. Jaunting right along on August 23rd, City Pulse shared Demented Mitten tours visits Greater Lansing's true crime and paranormal locations. Half tours of true crime scenes and half visits to paranormal sites, Demented Mitten tours forgoes jump scares and gore for documented details of murder and first-hand encounters with ghost hunting equipment and haunted locations. First off, this is the kind of tour I love knowing about. But secondly, you think I was going to pass up the chance to say Demented Mitten? That's a combo that has never come up in my vocabulary before. Too fun. Go ahead, try it for yourself. It tickles the tongue's funny bone. Okay, now that we're near the end, it's time for the What the Hell headline. Last week, I didn't really have any, so I just shared two that were sort of funny. This week, it was a tough choice between two stories, so Skelly, he's been all over this headlines this week, suggested we flip a coin. Heads, the ghost hunting bear story would win. Tails, the alien abductee congressional candidate would win. So, which one won? Let's watch and see. Heads! Well, that solves that. But before we get to the winning story, I'll share the other one, which was from Coast to Coast on August 22nd. Alien abductee running for Congress gets big endorsement. Bettina Rodriguez Aguilera, a self-described alien abductee, is running for a U.S. House of Representatives seat in Florida. She found herself in the national spotlight late last year when it was revealed that she had given a pair of interviews back in 2009 in which she vividly detailed her experiences interacting with ETs. Ironically, the newspaper that broke the story, the Miami Herald, also endorsed her as their Republican pick, which prompted a couple of great comments about Space Force and probing when I shared this on Haunt Jaunts' Facebook page. And now we are at our last story and the winner of Skelly's What the Hell headline coin toss. Black Bear wanders hotel that inspired The Shining, which KXAN reported on August 24th. A black bear wandered into the lobby of the Colorado hotel that inspired Stephen King to write The Shining. Stanley Hotel Vice President Reed Rowley told KDVR-TV that 300 guests were sound asleep as the Bruin figured out how to open the door and climbed over furniture. A front desk supervisor captured video of the romp. Not sure if the ghost lured the bear in, but that was one bold front desk supervisor to film it because that bear looks right at him or her. And you'd have to film it, right? Who's gonna believe a story like that without proof? Now, if the hotel's ghost could just oblige with such a clear video, that'd be great. And with that, it's time for me to bid you adieu. But I'll leave you with this What the Hell headline teaser for next week, because I already know what it is. And nope, no coin toss is needed this time, sorry, Skel. It involves a perverted ghost giving new meaning to the term active in an abandoned sanatorium in Australia. If you don't want to miss it, be sure to subscribe if you're not already. And if you enjoyed this and you think others will too, give it a like, a share, leave a comment. Any kind of love is appreciated. But most of all is you watching and lending me your eyeballs like you have and just spending time with me. Okay, so thank you so much again. I hope you enjoyed yourself and I will see you next time. Until then, ciao for now.